Your cat looks at you with those big eyes. You reach for the treat bag, and just like that, another treat disappears. It feels harmless. It feels like love. But what most cat owners don't realize is that treats are not a separate food category. They are food, with real calories, real consequences, and real long-term effects on your cat's body. And the most surprising part? It's almost never one treat that causes the problem. It's the math no one ever does. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what happens inside your cat's body when treats become a daily habit. From weight to organs to behavior, there's a reason vets quietly call this one of the most overlooked health problems in cats today. But first, you need to understand something most people never think about. Your cat is small. Much smaller than you realize. The average adult cat needs only around 200 to 250 calories per day. That's it. Not per meal, per entire day. Now, look at the back of your cat treat bag. Many common cat treats contain between 2 and 4 calories per piece. Some soft or fatty treats contain even more. So if you give your cat 10 treats a day, which sounds reasonable, even modest, you may already be feeding 20 to 40 extra calories. That's up to 20% of your cat's entire daily calorie budget, just from treats. And most owners aren't giving 10 treats. They're giving 15, 20, sometimes 30 throughout the day, spread across moments they don't even count. A treat in the morning, a treat when you come home, a treat before bed, a treat to stop the meowing, a treat just because she looked cute. It adds up faster than anyone expects. And this is where the real problem begins. Because when treats fill up part of your cat's calorie budget, something has to give. Either your cat eats less of their actual balanced food, which means missing essential nutrients, or your cat eats the same amount of food plus the treats, which means weight gain over time. Both options are bad. Cats are not designed to carry extra weight. Their joints, their organs, their entire metabolism evolved around a lean, athletic body. Even just 1 or 2 extra pounds on a cat can change everything. That extra weight isn't just visual, it's pressure on joints, strain on the heart, stress on the liver, and one of the biggest risks, a much higher chance of developing diabetes. Yes, cats can become diabetic, and one of the leading causes is chronic excess calorie intake, often from treats and overfeeding. But here's where it gets even more serious. Most cat treats are not nutritionally balanced. They are designed to be irresistible, soft, smelly, highly palatable. They contain flavor enhancers, fats, and sometimes ingredients that wouldn't pass as a complete meal. That's not necessarily a flaw. Treats aren't meant to be meals. The problem is when treats slowly start replacing meals. And this happens more often than people realize. A cat that fills up on treats may eat less of their wet or dry food. Over time, this can lead to subtle nutritional gaps. Not enough taurine, not enough essential fatty acids, not enough of the balanced minerals their body actually needs. A cat can look healthy on the outside, while quietly becoming undernourished on the inside. And this is the part most owners completely miss. Now, let's talk about something even fewer people discuss: treats and behavior. Treats are powerful. They activate reward pathways in your cat's brain very strongly. That's exactly why training with treats works. But that same power has a downside. Cats that get treats too often, too predictably, or too generously can start to develop what looks like food obsession. They beg more, they meow more, they follow you to the kitchen constantly, they sit by the treat cupboard, they wake you up at 4 a.m. And many owners think their cat is hungry, but often the cat isn't hungry. The cat is conditioned. You taught them, without meaning to, that meowing equals treats, that eye contact equals treats, that sitting near you equals treats. And once that pattern is built, it's very hard to undo. This is one reason behaviorists often recommend reducing treats, not just for health reasons, but for sanity reasons too. A calmer cat is often a less treat-driven cat. And here's the part nobody talks about. Treats can also affect dental health. Many soft treats contain sugars or sticky ingredients that cling to teeth. Many crunchy treats are marketed as dental treats, but most don't actually clean teeth in any meaningful way. So if your cat is getting treats throughout the day, their mouth may rarely get a chance to fully reset. Combine that with no regular dental care, and you have a recipe for plaque, gum inflammation, and dental disease, which is already extremely common in older cats. So now you might be wondering, should I stop giving treats completely? No, treats are not the enemy. Treats can be wonderful. They strengthen bonding, they help with training, they make special moments more special. They give your cat positive experiences with carriers, vets, and new situations. The problem isn't treats. The problem is unconscious treat habits. So here's the rule that changes everything. It's called the 10% rule. Treats should make up no more than 10% of your cat's total daily calories. For an average adult cat, that's around 20 to 25 calories from treats per day, maximum. That might mean 5 to 8 small treats, not 20, not 30, and definitely not unlimited. The other 90% of your cat's calories should come from a complete, balanced diet. Wet food, dry food, or a combination that fits your cat's needs. This single rule, used consistently, can change your cat's entire health trajectory. But here's what most owners get wrong. They try to cut treats cold turkey. The cat protests, the owner caves. Within a week, they're back to the same habits. Don't do that. Instead, do this. First, count. Just for one day, count exactly how many treats your cat actually gets. Most people are shocked. Second, slowly reduce. Cut by half over 1 to 2 weeks, not overnight. Third, replace some treats with attention. A short play session, a few seconds of brushing, a slow blink across the room. Cats genuinely value connection, not just food. Fourth, choose treats wisely. Look for treats made of single ingredient meat or freeze-dried protein. Skip the heavily processed, flavor-enhanced, brightly colored options. Fifth, never give treats from the kitchen counter or the same spot you eat. That builds the worst begging habits. Now, here's the part most owners completely miss. The real question isn't how many treats your cat gets, it's what those treats are teaching your cat. Every treat is a tiny lesson. Either you're teaching your cat that calmness gets rewarded, or you're teaching your cat that pushiness gets rewarded. Either you're using treats to support health, or you're using treats to manage guilt. And honestly, most owners give too many treats not because their cat needs them, but because giving treats feels like love. That's the truth almost nobody says out loud. Your cat doesn't need 20 treats a day to feel loved. Your cat needs you, your presence, your attention, your routine, and a body that stays healthy long enough to enjoy all of it. So if you take just one thing from this video, let it be this. Treats aren't bad, but unconscious treats are. A cat that gets a few thoughtful treats per day is being loved well. A cat that gets 20 out of guilt is being loved into a health problem. If you've ever caught yourself giving a treat just because of those big eyes, tell me in the comments. I want to hear it. I'll go first. Yes, I've done it too. And if you want to understand what really happens when your cat eats dry food every day, that video is the perfect next step. I'll link it right here.